Welcome to our studio series. This is day 2. But of course, if it's your first time joining, these are standalone sessions. So we're happy to have you for as many as you're able to join us for. So our theme for the week is balance. And what I'm attempting to do in each session is roughly equal amounts breathe, move, and rest. And because our time is short, let's get started. We are working with alternate nostril breathing, which is a breath exercise that really helps bring balance to your nervous system. So the nostrils are actually each associated with either the sympathetic or the parasympathetic branch of the autonomic nervous system. So when we stimulate both nostrils, we kind of help our bodies bring that um, nervous system into balance. So let's get started. You're going to take one hand, bend the first 2 fingers down. So there's 2 fingers down, the thumbs up, the fourth and the fifth finger are up. And then this palm faces your face. And that's just to get us ready because we'll use the thumb and the fourth and fifth finger to alternately open and close the nostrils. But for now, just have your hand ready and let's take a nice gentle breath in through the nose and out and in and out. And we're going to go ahead and close the right nostril with the thumb. Breathe in through the left. Close. Breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Close. Breathe out through the left. So that's one round. Let's try it again. Inhale left. Close. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close. Exhale left. One more together. Breathe in through the left. Close. Breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Close. Breathe out through the left. Just let that hand come down. Take a breath in through both nostrils and out and in and so we just did 3 rounds together. Now I'm going to invite you to do 3 rounds on your own. Okay, and I'll start us off with 1 round together. So we'll do 1 together and then we'll continue and do 3 on our own. So getting your hand into position, take a breath in through both nostrils. Exhale completely. Close one nostril with the thumb. Inhale left. Close. Exhale right. Inhale right. close. Exhale, left. Okay, let's do 2 more rounds on your own. Okay. So when you finish taking your time, if you're still finishing up, just come back into normal breathing in and out the nose. And just take a moment to check in and notice how you feel. And if you're near the chat box and you want to share in the chat how that felt for you, go ahead and do so. From here, I'm going to just move my chair out of the way. And I'm going to invite you to stand for the moving portion of our class. So for movement today, we're going to start with mountain pose, and then we're going to work on our opening sequence. I'm going to have an option at the wall, and I'm going to have an option on the mat. So if you're short for space, the wall option can work even if you don't have a wall handy. Okay, all right, so starting in mountain. So for mountain pose, again, if it's comfortable, you can bring your feet together, the inner edges of the feet touch, and you can squeeze the legs in toward each other. When you do that, you feel the inner line of the leg activate, and it almost automatically helps you draw the belly in. So it's a nice supported stance. And it can feel a little destabilizing. So if you want to feel a little more secure and steady, feet about as wide apart as your hips, hands by your sides. And then we can rock a little weight toward the toes, a little weight toward the heels. And just doing a few small rocks forward and back. And trying to bring the weight to the center. So you have some weight on the fronts of the feet, some weight in the heels, feet actively press into the ground, and you feel your legs active and strong. Okay, from here, if you're near a wall and it's handy, I'm going to have you turn and face the wall. Okay, you need a little bit of room between yourself and the wall because we're going to fold forward. So we're going to start in mountain. Move with the breath. Inhale, reach the arms up. Gaze comes up. Exhale, fold. Hands can come to your shins and you fold down just as much as feels good. Knees can bend a little, that's fine. And then from here, inhale, come back up to standing and step toward the wall. So you want your hands about shoulder level, maybe a little lower. And we're going to start just in a plank against the wall. So we're against the wall, we're pressing the palms into the wall, we're pressing the feet into the ground, and you can feel some work happening even though you're at the wall, right? Your arms are working, your upper back is working, your legs are active, your belly's drawing in. From here, take a tiny step forward and maybe move the hands down a pinch. And as you exhale, bend the elbows. So you're just working on that push-up position, but you're working on it at the wall. From here, on the inhale, you're gonna press into the hands, lift the chest and look up. So a little bit of a back bend here. And then as you exhale, step your feet away from the wall and you're stretching your hips back. And this is a supported down dog at the wall. And just using your feet strong through the legs, pressing the hands into the wall, feeling your arms. Breathe here. Really nice. And then as you inhale, you can take a small step forward. And exhale, fold down, hands along the shins or the feet. Head relaxes. Inhale all the way up, arms up. Exhale, hands to your side. Okay, so that's our opening sequence at the wall. It's nice to use the wall for support. It's also nice to practice away from the wall. So if you have space and you would like to, we can step away from the wall and work on the full opening sequence. If you enjoyed that work at the wall, just repeat that, okay? So starting in mountain, hands by your sides, feeling the feet press into the mat or the floor, finding that sense of balance. So a little weight in the backs of the feet, a little weight in the fronts of the feet. And with the inhale, reach the arms up. Gaze comes up. With the exhale, fold. Hands can come to your shins, to your ankles, or maybe down to the floor. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale, if you're at the wall, hands to the wall. If you're on the mat, hands come to the mat, and you're gonna step back for your plank position. Press down into the floor, press back through your heels. And then if you're in plank, maybe you wanna keep your knees up, maybe you wanna put them down. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, lifting the chest, look forward. And exhale, tuck the toes under and press back. The dog. Fingers spread nice and wide. Head relaxes. On the inhale, walk your feet forward. Hands can come to the shins, look up. Exhale to fold. Inhale all the way up, arms up. And exhale, hands down. Okay, take a moment. Notice how that felt. And I'm gonna grab my chair. We're gonna get ready for our resting portion of the class. So for rest today, again, we're gonna work with kind thoughts. And if you're wondering, if you were here yesterday and you're wondering about the repetition in this series, the repetition is intentional because as we learn these practices, it really benefits us to keep it simple, right? Focus on just a few practices at first until we feel more comfortable. So we're going to keep going with kind thoughts. And this comes from the Kind Mind practice. The way it works is we think and actually are going to say out loud kind thoughts directed toward ourselves. Now, I wanted to say something. I didn't say this yesterday just because we were just getting started. I've taught this exercise in many different contexts over the years. And a lot of times people have a real hard time directing the kind thoughts toward themselves. It can feel easier to direct it toward others. So I just wanted you to know that if some resistance comes up, if it feels strange or even a little uncomfortable, to try this out, that's okay. You're not the only one to feel that challenge, and I still think it's a worthwhile exercise to do. So with that said, you can come into any comfortable sitting position, and you can do this exercise with eyes closed, or you can do this exercise with your eyes open. If you want to keep your eyes open, I just encourage that you tuck your chin, bring your gaze away from the screen. Okay, get a little screen break while we focus on this exercise. And if possible, so I'm going to say we have about 4 phrases that we're working with. I'm going to say the phrase out loud one at a time, and then you can repeat it. And it's as simple as that. If you're in a setting where it's difficult to say, phrases out loud, then either whisper it to yourself or just think the thought toward yourself. Okay? Okay, here we go. So getting started, just settling into a comfortable position, taking a couple of breaths. May I have safety. May I be healthy. May I feel a sense of ease and effortlessness. I hope I treat myself with kindness today. That's the first round. We'll do a couple more rounds. May I have safety. May I be healthy. May I feel a sense of ease and effortlessness. I hope I treat myself with kindness today. Okay, our last round. May I have safety. May I be healthy. May I feel a sense of ease and effortlessness. I hope I treat myself with kindness today. And just taking a moment, taking a few breaths, allowing those kind thoughts to settle into your mind, to settle into your body. And if you closed your eyes, and when you're ready, you can open them. If you have a moment and you want to share any responses or feedback in the chat, we always welcome that. And otherwise, our time is done for today. Thank you so much for joining. And hopefully we'll see each other again later this week. The series is every day at the same time. So thanks again.